Tonight on Passively Offside, something Landon Donovan. 4 teams enter, 2 teams leave. The rest of the games coming up. That and our pretty faces tonight on Passively Offside. Welcome to Passively Offside, the show where everything's made up and the points don't matter. I am Stefan Fry, and with me, as always, in the studio is Boris Splenda and Nephi. I'd like to show off the Stefan Fry a little bit. I've got it pulled back. I don't know if you can even tell. I missed a little bit too. Now this is all. A little bit. I'm getting it all messed up.
Did you purposely go for the fry?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I didn't get my hair cut for the fry. Now I can do it. I realized it last night, and we did it at the bar.
I like it.
Becca pulled my hair back for me.
I do like the fry.
Yeah, it's good. How you guys doing?
Great.
This is our first ever recorded show. We are recording this on Monday, just so you know. So if anything happens during the week, we may miss it, but we will definitely try to cover anything that was missed this week. Next week, which we should be back live next week, right?
Yeah.
Definitely.
I don't see why not.
Nephi, you have some news for us.
Oh, it was just a shout out.
Yeah, just a shout
out. Terrence Boyd and Aaron Johansson. Thank you for scoring for us off, in the English side, and game's back and you guys both score. Thank you. Great job.
Good. Welcome back. Very good. Very good. So we don't have a ton to talk about tonight.
No.
The season's wrapping up. Mm-hmm. These episodes are going to kind of get lower and lower and shorter because there's not much going on. Not yet, anyway.
We can do paper, rock, scissors to fill in some time, ready?
Yeah.
We could fill time with.
We could also do shout outs with some Conway Twitty. Definitely do that. We could also say, people that have randomly tweeted us or favorited our tweets. Terrence Boyd favorited our tweet. Thanks, man.
Hi, Terrence Boyd.
You actually saw it.
Tweet this link at him when I posted on Thursday.
Steal from the PO.
Yeah, but you're best friends with him now.
Yeah.
Oh, because he knows it was me.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So again, we've only got a couple topics today. Not a lot to talk about, but one thing I wanted to bring up because we did talk about it a couple weeks ago. We were talking about some kits.
Yeah.
And New York FC, revealed their away kit, and it's kind of sweet.
I like it.
I like it a lot. They put a lot of effort into it.
It looked really nice until the fact that Splenda mentioned that it looked like the New York Mets kit. And then I looked at a Mets kit, looked back at it, and then face-palmed really hard.
I don't even remember what the Mets kit looks like. I
just saw blue and orange, and that's the New York Mets.
Yeah.
So,
but the Mets are orange because of the New York state flag.
Yeah, but the part ownership is the Yankees, not the Mets.
Yeah, but it's a New York team.
Mm-hmm.
I actually like it because they went both ways. You got their home kit that's definitely...
See that first one? You can see it. Okay. You can see it.
Okay.
But it doesn't... But now they're not splitting their... the other teams' fan bases down the middle, I can't support.
That's the first one I saw.
That one. Okay. I'll have to post these pictures. I'll have to put them up while we're talking, which I can do.
Yay.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think?
I like it.
It's a good kit.
Especially some of the smaller stuff, even though it wasn't a whole lot for their first kit.
The 5 borough stripes.
Yep. Yeah. The orange for the New York state flag or city flag.
New York.
So their city or state? I think it's their city. Is an orange.
It might be state.
Don't ask me. It wasn't like I lived there.
It might be state because Cuse is orange. It was a shout out to Cuse.
There we go. We'll
sure.
go with that.
Cuse. Good old Syracuse.
That's what I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna go with it. I'm running with that.
I like that one.
Syracuse
I like
is my team.
That Carrier Dome is fun.
Dude, the Carrier Dome is... Have you guys ever seen the Carrier Dome?
No.
I have.
Not in real life.
It is amazing.
Fun fact. Carrier Dome, named after the Carrier, air conditioning inventor.
Oh, cool.
Carrier Dome doesn't have air conditioning.
No, it does not. It does have giant heaters to keep the roof up.
Exactly.
Yeah, it does not have air conditioning.
That is.
It gets hot in there.
That is definitely a fun fact.
It may now.
They might have renovated it by now.
I haven't been there in over 10 years. So
the last time I was there was in 2009, and it still didn't have air conditioning, which I thought was hilarious.
Another fun fact, they cut the stadium in half for basketball games.
Cool. And they play lacrosse in there, which I like.
They do.
Yeah.
It's a good field.
The glory things of a dome.
Yeah.
Domes are sweet. We should do domes more. All right. Does anyone have anything else to say about the jersey?
Nope.
No.
That's it. I just wanted to bring it
It
up.
was way better than their first kit.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It makes them look more New York than Manchester.
I hate the first jersey. I hate the primary kit.
You know who could use a black kit, and it would sell a lot with supporters and people?
Real Salt Lake.
Real Salt Lake with a black kit.
Dude, they sell out every time they get them.
No, but not like a black keeper kit.
No,
like,
I know.
Like a third kit, black kit.
I really, really want a black kit.
Like full blacked out. The Life Vantage is in a different black. Like a lighter black. The crest is blacked out.
Wow.
I need
With
it.
the only distinction on there, the shine of the star.
The star is still
Yeah.
silver.
Yeah.
Oh, baby. Hey,
Co-
Garth.
Adidas.
Copyright PO
You
2014.
know, like all the stuff you could actually put in there that's
Yeah.
just different colored black.
Rocky Mountain Range.
Yeah.
No, they
Oh.
no, because that it's
Did
not
you not
Rocky-
think
The
about that?
Wasatch.
Yeah, the
We had
Wasatch front.
Oh.
But knowing our luck, they would probably just put in that upside down crown again.
Yeah, they would
In
just do the
black.
same crown in black. Oh my god.
Adidas, if you listen to this, which you don't, but
You messed up.
you messed up.
One thing that I know we discussed a little bit, the reffing in these last two games.
Horrendous in both of them.
Well, the reffing lately in the MLS has
Yeah.
been much to be desired.
Well, I know in the LA game, like the LA players were like, the ref actually said, "I'm not sending anybody off."
Yeah, Zach Scott should have been sent off 4 times in that game.
So what he got his first yellow card for, and the second half he did 5 times, and you could tell everyone's like kind of looking like, "You're gonna."
There's something to
What?
be said for both directions with that, because especially with the 2 highest caliber teams in the MLS right now, if either of them gets sent off, you have just completely changed the dynamic of the entire MLS Cup.
Yep.
But on the flip side, if you deserve to be sent off, you deserve to be sent off. That's your own fault.
That's the name of the game.
Now rules on that. If they get sent off in the Western Conference Final, so let's say someone in either New York or New England or LA and Seattle gets sent off in the second leg, they don't have to serve the suspension on the cup.
Correct.
Good.
Yep.
It's
They
only
do get full team for the cup.
Exactly.
Yep.
But the big thing is sending someone off. So reading someone out in the first leg of the semifinals, or the finals for
Yeah,
that
the
conference,
conference final,
the
yeah.
cup semifinals, would completely change the dynamic of the cup, because you're depending on the player. I mean, what if Dempsey gets sent off in first leg?
See, actually, I was going to pose that question. Is the rule is if they get 2 yellows, or is it no matter how they get a red, they don't
It's no
miss?
matter. It wipes the
But
side.
they do
so-
have to serve it next season.
Exactly.
I don't
So-
like that.
But see, here's that's where things like that get complicated, because the yellow card accumulation gets wiped going into the semis.
Yep.
So BWP got a yellow in the semis,
Yeah.
and BWP got a yellow in the finals.
And he has to sit out.
So BWP has to sit out the second leg.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they don't get wiped there. They get wiped going into the semis, and then they get wiped at the cup.
Yeah.
So after the playing game,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have the conference semifinals and the conference finals.
Mm-hmm.
We are in the conference finals right now. Yellow card accumulation applies there, but then it wipes at the end of the conference
Exactly.
finals
Yep.
and going into the MLS Cup, full teams.
Mm-hmm.
Let everybody play.
See, I'm fine with that part, but let's say perfect example is in the New York
New England.
Revs game.
Mm-hmm.
The Jermaine Jones tackle, that should have been a red. 2 foot and off the ground. Now, if that were to happen in the second leg and he actually got a red, I would expect him to miss the next game. You do a stupid tackle like that, I don't care if it's the final. That's your own fault for being dumb.
That's my thing. It's if you do it, then you do it.
And here's the thing: it also does come down to the MLS disciplinary committee.
Which
They
he could
could
miss.
They
Yeah.
could say that was reckless, that was endangerment. You're not playing in the cup.
Yeah.
It comes down to
It-
that.
He
can
could still
always
miss
come
the
back.
second leg.
Yeah.
he still can.
It can always come back like that. The main thing we're talking about here is that what you accumulate during the game won't go to the cup.
Yeah.
But the disciplinary committee can always say, nope, you suck.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Get out of here.
Get out.
Get out here, kitty cat.
So the New York Revs game ended 1-2 for the Revs in New York.
Yep.
So New England looking pretty good going home.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got 2 away goals. They are only up by 1. But if that game ends 1-0
For
Red
Red
Bull.
Bull.
for the Red
Energy
Bulls,
Drink FC.
for Energy Drink FC, then the Revs go.
Yeah.
So. Oh.
And Red Bull or Energy Drink is missing Bradley Wright Phillips.
And they have to
Yellow
miss.
card
Yep.
accumulation.
And this will be the first time that Henri has ever played on a artificial turf.
And he has
surface.
to play now.
No, he's actually already come out and said that he will play.
Yeah.
Yeah,
has
he
to.
said
He
it.
has to.
He can't not play. They're down by 1. Revs have 2 away goals, so which means New York has to score 2. They have to win 2-0.
Most interesting. They have to win by 2, is what you're saying.
Well, yeah, they have to win by 2, but their goal is 2-0.
Yeah. Most interesting fact out of this whole thing: L.A. and New England won on the grass leg, and now on this next Sunday, we will have the plastic leg.
The plastic leg.
Because
Artificial
Seattle's
turf
on
Sunday.
artificial as well.
Yeah.
I was going to say that it
Plastic
was
Sunday.
It's
Yeah.
plastic. Well, Saturday and Sunday.
It's a Saturday and Sunday.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Yep. We'll get to the dates in just a little bit, but they
Good.
are not on the same day.
Sunday game's probably going to be LA. Is the LA
Excuse
game,
me.
isn't it?
The Sunday game is the LA game.
Well, that sucks for
because
the winner out of that one. Because they get one less rest day. It is on their side of the country.
That's
though.
the thing. They don't have to travel.
Yeah, it is on their
You
side
know?
of the country.
The
You're right.
worst case, LA wins and they have to go home from Seattle.
Oh no, 2-hour flight.
Best case, Seattle wins and they
And
don't
they
have
don't
to
have to
go
do it
anywhere.
anywhere.
They just stay at home because. And think about it. Just bear with me here. Who are the furthest teams in the West?
Seattle,
Seattle,
LA.
And Portland,
Well, Portland,
and
yeah.
San Jose, but that whole stretch. Who are the furthest teams in the East?
New England is the furthest.
New England and
England's
Energy
in
Drink
Boston.
FC.
New England, New York.
Foxborough. Sorry, New England.
Well, I mean, you've got the furthest teams, including next year: Orlando, New York, New England,
Think about-
Columbus.
Think about this.
Columbus.
Next year, Seattle
They're closer, though. Is what I mean.
to, well, not Orlando.
Yeah. Seattle.
Think about
Vancouver.
that distance.
Vancouver.
Vancouver,
Vancouver. Ooh.
to Orlando.
Vancouver to
I
Orlando.
mean, they'll have to play. One of them will have to travel next year.
Yeah,
That's
they're gonna make Orlando
hey,
travel.
Caps and what is it? Orlando's the Lions?
Yes.
Yeah,
Sure.
Caps and Lions.
sure.
That's where you go with, right?
Yeah, of course.
You can't get a direct flight.
They're
even with the
gonna
charter,
no,
even with
they'll
the charter,
get it.
they won't get a
They
direct
totally
flight.
can get a
Charter.
direct charter.
The charter will stop. The
Mm,
charter
get
will
a
be a
big enough-
smaller plane.
It's gonna go the whole way. I guarantee you, they will find a
If
way
it's
to go the
Orlando
whole way.
flying there, they will.
Well, because they
Guys,
got Brazil,
God,
they got
you're
Brazil,
right.
they got Brazil money. So.
Yeah. They're like, Kakao, we're gonna have to make you do a layover. Did you just?
The layover
Then-
in Santa Fe.
Did you just talk to me?
You're saying I'm doing a layover? Do you
Kakao's
know
like-
who I am?
Kakaw's got his private jet
Yeah.
that he
Yeah,
takes
exactly.
the keeper and like his personal coach with, because the keeper always has to be
Yeah.
pampered.
Rested.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
of course. They make him lay over in like Des Moines, Iowa.
Oh.
Yeah, no. Like, as close as you can get to Orlando while still being a crappy flight.
Oh, my
Cleveland.
God.
Cleveland, or they have to go over to like
They have to stop
Austin
in
or
They have to
something?
stop in Detroit.
Some podunk town in Montana.
Oh,
that
jeez.
doesn't even have a big enough
They
airport
have
for
to-
their plane.
Yes.
They just
No.
stop in Billings.
No, my mom goes to Whitefish, Montana on
I was
business
gonna say
and has to fly from Salt Lake to Whitefish, Montana on a little like turboprop
Prop jet.
thing where they don't even need an intercom. It's like, hey guys, we're serving drinks in a second.
And
We're doing okay, so I'll turn off the seatbelt. Wait, you can just take off your seatbelts now. They barely
Oh
get
wait,
set.
you guys have seatbelts? I didn't think so.
Untie the shoelaces.
That's the type of flight where the pilot gets up and hands the controls to someone else while he goes and grabs a beer from the back. He's like, "Hold on, I need a beer real quick." He turns around.
Hey, can you come fly this?
As my mother so eloquently puts them, they're the Buddy Holly flights.
Wow.
Yes.
Travel in MLS
Hot
next year is
topic,
going to be
that's
fun.
awesome.
Too soon.
I wanna go to an Orlando game. If Salt Lake goes and plays in Orlando, I would go.
No, that'd be great. You
That'd be a
you
fun
knock out Universal Studios while you're there.
Yeah.
Harry Potter World's awesome.
I'm not paying that much to go to Harry Potter
It's not that
World.
expensive.
I don't know, man.
I did a 2-day park hopper, so it
Okay.
was okay.
Okay.
So let's talk LA and Seattle a little bit, unless you guys had anything else for New York and Revs.
Did we want to make predictions?
We're going to get to predictions in a little bit.
Okay.
We'll do both. LA at home beat Seattle 1-0.
Okay.
And
That was a great game.
it was a great game.
PO was at that game.
Boris, our reporter on the field, what do you see?
Well,
What did you see?
Just ran it sideways.
ECS actually came out with. It looked like it was more than 700 people.
They probably did.
And they were loud.
Good.
Well, they were right near you guys, too.
And they were mic'd.
Good.
Because Angel City Brigade was right there.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's why they had to mic them.
Yeah.
But it's
Only fair.
it's crazy to see fans that show up in droves like that. Now I will say I did see a couple of scarves that said SoCal Sounder on there, and it really makes me
Interesting.
kind of mad because it's, you know, if you're gonna be vocal, you support local. You know.
I like that it rhymes.
Exactly.
We're not going to get into that.
Wait, would you say that one more time?
If you're gonna be vocal, go local.
No. What's the? Just kidding.
We're not getting into this. That
Um,
happens enough.
I know.
1, 2.
but no, it definitely
We're
was.
giving away our secrets.
It was a great game.
Yeah.
Stephen Fry, I saw maybe half of his saves were right in front of me. I was sitting the second row up. The save he had on Robbie Rogers was amazing.
Yeah.
He had one on Keane and one on Zardes. And his back line looked streaky, but without, was it Chad Marshall? I mean, there are a couple of saves that Chad Marshall, you know, Stephen Fry was out cold.
Yeah.
But Chad Marshall was also the deflection on the goal.
Let's talk about the goal. Again, LA, 1 goal. Let's be realistic here. Had that deflection not happened, this game would have ended 0-0. There were a lot of really good what else scored?
You can't.
No, well, you can't say that because of the deflection's the only reason. They would have probably kept pushing. Afterwards, you saw that after the goal, I'm pretty sure Bruce was kind of content with it, even though he did bring Alan Gordon in. He did bring in Baggio Husidic. He didn't bring in Gargan. Well, Gargan was probably because of an injury on AJ, but it definitely looked a little bit more of a holding
I don't
play.
mean to say that without that, you know, in a different world, it would have been a different game. Without that deflection, it would have been a different game. But the way the game was played, what ended up, that deflection was the only goal, and without that deflection, it would have ended 0-0.
The biggest reason I kind of hesitated on that is because LA dominated.
Oh yeah,
That if Robbie Keane would have caught that half volley that were just sideways.
Oh, yeah.
If he would have caught that, because that went off of his shin, it looked like on the various replays. I mean, that would have been a sick goal because Fry was out. Fry was in the woods.
Dead to rights.
Yeah, Fry was nowhere near that.
Yeah. No, that's.
I was gonna say at one point I thought I heard LA had about 70% of possession.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it, but it's one of those things that you can still see how dangerous Seattle is. On the couple of breaks where Arisa or Chad Marshall took the ball away and got it up to Oba, like those were the fast breaks, counterattacks that they had, and if it wasn't for some of Jaime Pinedo's amazing saves, I don't know. LA could have easily been down 2-1 in this game.
I have the numbers.
Okay.
60.5 for LA, 39.5 for Seattle in possession percentage. That is more possession than I have probably ever seen from LA.
Yeah, and LA's known as the counterattacking team.
Well, they're both very counterattacking teams, but obviously when you play another counterattacking team, you kind of have to change it up a little bit.
I would say that the bigger one is that is the most Seattle has
Given
had
up.
a lower number in
It's the
possession.
lowest they've had.
Now, check this out. This stat's awesome. If for those of you that watch La Liga, whenever you see a Barcelona versus Real Madrid game, you see that Barcelona has 500 and some odd passes. to Barcelona's 300. That's what it was. LA had 539 completed passes to Seattle's 358.
You should, if you have that much possession.
Yeah.
You better be having that many more.
But that's a ton of passes.
Passing accuracy pretty similar at about 80%. Duels won about the same. 2 yellow cards each. Yeah, I mean
5 saves each.
5 saves each. 20 attempts on goal for LA, 10 Seattle, 3 on target for each. 12 off target for LA and 2 off target for Seattle.
Ishizaki's free kick that went off the crossbar.
Oh,
That thing was so loud. On the other side of the field where ACB sits and where I was, it was loud. You heard the bang off of that crossbar. And we were all like looking towards the video board to see if it bounced inside, and it was nowhere near it. But craziness.
So with this game, who was this? Was this a result of the game just 2 teams evenly matched, or do you think it was more tactical and that's the way one of the coaches wanted to see it out?
LA came to play.
Yeah.
LA played a better game than Seattle did. Seattle wasn't awful. They didn't pull an RSL.
No.
But they did not see that coming. And I mean, having 40% of possession is extremely low, you know?
Just imagine if the ref would have sent Zach Scott off.
Yeah.
One of the 4 times he should have been sent off.
Yeah. Also think if Chad Marshall didn't have the game he did, it could have easily been an RSL LA game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, easily.
So is that team or is that coach?
Team.
You say team?
Yeah, I'm going to say team as well.
I didn't watch the game.
Oh, I'm actually going I'm going coach.
working.
I think Bruce Arena is showing why he's one of MLS's best coaches. That guy can just.
Oh, I don't doubt that. I don't like the guy, but I can't hate his.
Well, it's just like if you're a Premiership fan, you hate Mourinho, but you can't. You
can't deny his
deny it.
amazingness.
Hashtag MLS chosen one. Bruce
I
Arena.
would actually go with that, yeah. Because you look at the LA RSL game, the domination was all because of the game tactics that were played.
I actually want to go back to that game and look it over a little bit because we don't often do this kind of box score stuff. But I'm always interested to look at this, and I want to make one thing very clear, guys. LA is a counterattacking team. RSL is a possession team. LA had 52% possession to RSL's 48, which isn't far off, but shows a lot about that game.
That meant LA controlled the ball.
It means that LA controlled the game. Now, the total passes were about the same. Everything else is very similar, but...
We had said after that game that LA used the entire field.
Exactly.
They spread that field out, and they used it to their advantage.
Which gave them the possession, exactly, yeah.
Which they tried to do with Seattle. But Seattle has some very speedy backs.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a couple of those where Robbie Rogers gets free on the one side or Ishizaki gets free on the other, and Yedlin was on both sides.
Yeah.
Yedlin was getting feisty.
Yeah.
Was it in the 3rd minute he threw the elbow on Keane and got a yellow carded?
Well, I think Keane deserved it.
Keane deserved the yellow.
Did you not go back and see it?
I haven't seen it. Keane deserved the elbow.
Oh,
Grabbing and pulling it back.
Yeah.
Grabbing and pulling. Yedlin probably went a little overboard with
By
it.
throwing an elbow. I mean, that's
It wasn't like
He's a kid.
Oh, bad elbow.
He is a kid.
It was
a get off me.
It was a
Yeah, it wasn't an elbow throw. It was an arm swing to get off. His elbow didn't hit him. I doubt Keane even got hit.
Yeah.
The angle I had.
He got up pretty quickly. He was angry.
He was fine.
Yeah.
He was being a butt. He was being Robbie Keane.
I will say though is Kevin Stott is such a horrible ref, and most of the times I prefer him to be the ref over Baldomero Toledo. Freaking what's the other guy? Jair Marufo. Oh yeah. But this game, he did not seem like he was on, and if someone did hear him say he wasn't going to send anyone off, I mean that's.
Who said they heard that?
That's what the LA players are saying. We're saying after on the post.
Yeah. Oh, okay, I didn't see that.
To be honest, though, it looked like that just with the calls.
Yeah, it definitely looked like he had no intention to send anyone off.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
Stuff happens.
Stuff happens. On to the next one. Who's gonna ref the cup?
Mark Geiger.
Mark Geiger will probably do the. Next thing you know, I'll put money on it. It'll be freaking Jerry Maroof or Baldomero Toledo.
Baldomero Toledo.
I could see
hilarious.
Toledo.
I highly doubt it. Is because I think MLS is really trying to push an image for their refs, and I think you'll see Geiger.
Well, see, MLS isn't the one that assigns
PRO.
it. That's PRO, and PRO is not a part of MLS.
It's
they
true.
Don't care.
But
PRO doesn't.
No, they
give a
have to care.
I didn't say it.
They have to care because they want to keep their image up.
They don't care about their image.
Yes, they do. Because
If they cared about their image, Cheeky Dracula would be the ref for anything that's huge. In this
We need
area.
Ed Hockey League to ref soccer.
No, I can. I mean, yeah, it could be Geiger, but that's the thing with PRO. We don't know.
Yeah.
We can't say for sure that it will.
we can't say for sure. I know.
I know where you're coming from, but with all the negativity surrounding them at the beginning of the season,
Yeah.
their image really isn't overly concerned to us. They're like South Park's representation of Comcast.
Ooh. Pop culture reference.
Oh, you need referees for this game. Oh, it's so bad.
Oh, I'm sorry you don't like our refereeing. Why don't you go with another company? Oh, wait, you can't. I'm not doing the motion with that.
Don't do it.
All right, any final thoughts about that game?
Can we get more goals on the next one, please?
I
want a blowout. I just want like.
I will say I think
Okay.
Seattle was happy with a 1-0 loss.
It could be worse.
It could be worse.
Yeah.
One goal, and it was a home goal for LA. They don't have to climb that away goal.
Yeah,
ladder.
they could go into extra time with the tie. So
Exactly.
Because one of the things Brian Strauss said on Twitter is he hates this whole aggregate thing because Seattle is leaving LA in one of what should have been their most important game of the season.
Mm-hmm.
They're leaving LA happy that they only lost by 1.
Yeah.
And he said at the end of that tweet, if aggregate meant something, then why didn't they give the shield to LA? Because LA beat Seattle in the aggregate over the season. It was 7-3.
Wow.
7 goals to 3.
Blowout.
Because LA went to Seattle and won 5-0 in Seattle.
Yeah, but that whole like opinion of doing aggregate throughout the whole season doesn't make any sense. I don't want to get too deep.
They
into
didn't.
that,
They didn't
but-
tie on points. Seattle was up 3 points.
Oh, so the aggregate doesn't matter.
Yeah. No, but he was saying if aggregate mattered.
Oh, yeah.
But aggregate doesn't matter during the regular season,
Mhm.
and it shouldn't because that wouldn't make any sense. You can't just give supporter shield to the highest scoring
No.
team.
Obviously, I'm not saying.
Own
Give-
goals
I'm
on,
not
own
just-
goals on, own goals.
Just
I'm
give them
not
all
saying-
golden boots.
yeah.
I'm not saying give the shield to LA. I'm just saying I kind of agree with that sentiment that
Yeah.
should have been a game where Seattle should have scored 1-2 to make sure that they made the hill for LA and Seattle even harder to climb.
Well, regardless, LA does go into Seattle with a huge advantage because even one single goal
Oh yeah.
means that Seattle has to score 3 to win. And 2, they lose. They cannot. If LA scores a single goal, there can be no tie.
Which is going to be interesting because Seattle then has to try to keep more possession or get better chances. Because if it's the exact same game, let's be like we were stating. I mean, LA really should have had a couple more goals than what they did.
Yep.
They can't play the same way.
No. Seattle
and
really
expect
has to
come out
step
of
it
this.
up.
So here's the question:
Hmm.
Seattle being rave green,
Mm-hmm.
does LA bring the white
Black.
or
Well,
the
they're
black?
going to bring their
kits?
black kids.
They're
They'll
gonna
wear
know
the
it.
black kits.
And they're going to lose in the black kits and burn them
Oh jeez.
because they actually have a pretty good record in the black kits.
They do.
Their only defeat in the black kits is to Seattle, and that was at the end of the season.
Yep.
That's their only defeat that they've ever had in the black kits. They were undefeated before that game in the black kit.
I hate the black kits so much.
Kind of
It's
like how
so bad.
Sporting was undefeated in the Argyle kit. I think they still might be. We don't have our
We don't have
we don't have our
resident
Sporting.
I forgot to
Sporting
mention Brandon's not
correspondent.
with us because he's out doing work stuff, and I'm sorry I didn't mention that because I do that for everyone else.
Oh yeah, he's not. Our correspondent isn't here to clarify on the Argyle win-loss record.
I'll just copy that little bubble I did and put it at the beginning.
Yeah.
All right, so the schedule. Saturday is New York versus Revs, 1 p.m. Mountain.
Okay.
LA Seattle rematch number 2 is the 30th, Sunday, 7 p.m. Mountain.
Ooh, thank you. I can
Yeah,
watch that
you'll be
game.
able to watch
My
that
house?
game.
Sure.
You can do that.
Yeah.
I'll be.
It'd be sleepy.
Be sleepy.
It's okay, bud.
And that about does it. Let's talk predictions real quick.
Oh, wait.
Nice and light.
Okay.
It's a golf clap of drum rolls.
Yay, predictions.
Okay. New York Revs.
Oh, Revs. I've been going for Revs the whole time.
I have too. LA Seattle.
You know, it'll be a good game. I think Seattle can do it at home.
Okay. Does Seattle go to the Cup?
Yes, because they can do it at home. They can
Right.
win. They can win at home. Yes.
So it's gonna be.
There has to be more than that because one goal doesn't do it. So do it at home. That's why I was clarifying.
Because they'd have to win by 2.
They have to win by 2.
They've scored more at home. They can do it. They'll get to the Cup.
Okay.
And Landon Donovan.
Against the team that's led in the least amount of goals this season.
And Pinedo's playing out of his mind. Yes.
Yeah. You never know. Pinedo might,
That's not one.
you know, break his
Nothing
arm,
would.
break his arm or something. But I didn't say that.
I heard it.
As-
You
it's
heard it here
recorded.
first.
Oh, God.
He'll have,
Passively Offside exclusive.
he'll have
Potato
problems
breaks
with his
arm.
passport again.
Can we send that to the
Oh,
ACB?
that was the worst. Oh,
I
he
forgot
just
about
brought that up.
I forgot about that. Oh.
They're gonna check his passport on the way to Seattle and not let him in.
Oh man.
Pinedo goes, what, 5 games he couldn't play because his visa expired, and no one in the front office of the LA Galaxy thought, he's one of our internationals. Let's check his visa.
He let it expire too. He's
Yeah.
just as much at fault.
He's got him and an agent. He could probably help. Anyway.
I'm pretty sure they only caught it because he went back to Panama for international games.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when he tried to come back, they told him he couldn't.
Okay.
Silly goose.
Silly goof.
I'd have loved.
So, Boris, this is gonna be the hardest question of the night
Oh, jeez.
because there's only 2 games and we already know who's winning.
Mm-hmm.
How much does Seattle win by?
Seattle wins 2-1, and LA advance.
No, we already know Seattle's advanced.
They're not advancing.
That's all I'm gonna get out of him.
My MLS Cup ticket says that Seattle's not advancing.
I will say I do have a ticket to LA already, which makes me a little hopeful it's in LA, but I'll go to Seattle.
Okay, so I think majority says LA wins. I think majority says Revs wins. In our make-believe world, who wins the cup?
I am getting there.
I didn't know if you were. Okay.
Give it a week.
I am getting there. No, I do want to. I want to finish up this sesh with a talk of the cup. So in our universe,
It's a great one.
in our universe,
Before you go there, ladies and gentlemen, the CEO of Passively Offside, our new host, Nephi.
Who gives it back to Taylor?
yay! I am Stefan Fry.
Sorry, gives it to Stefan Fry.
I am gonna save all the balls.
And he
this
gets us
weekend.
the first trouble before Seattle.
Yay.
I'd like some fry with that. Hey, yo.
Okay, Splenda. No, this is all staying in. Don't
That's
put the
fine.
hands up.
That's fine.
Revs in LA,
Okay. Sure.
December 7th.
Yeah.
Who's winning the cup?
Landon Donovan's just gonna take it and steal it.
Landon
Run away.
Donovan is winning the cup,
Yes.
not LA.
Yeah. He's just gonna take his shirt off. It'll be.
Ladies and
instead.
gentlemen, the winner of the 2014 MLS Cup,
Landon Donovan Cup is Landon Donovan.
Landon Donovan and friends.
Landon Donovan. Landon Donovan. Landon Donovan. Landon Donovan. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The 2014 Landon Donovan is Landon Donovan.
Oh, my goodness.
My question is this: if LA really does win, how long is ACB gonna chant one more year?
At least an hour.
No.
Is
They
it-
don't go that long.
Dude, we're going to be stuck in that stadium waiting for them to finish so we can go drink.
Well, no. Nephi's done the cup with me at that stadium.
Yeah, when you guys
It does take, half an hour for the team comes over, celebrates, then they do the stage setup, and they present the cup. But all in all, we got out of there maybe an hour after the end of the game. And that wasn't that bad.
They're going to chant it forever. They're never going to leave.
You're just a hater.
I'm a hater.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Nephi?
I think LA actually does win, but I see that as being the best matchup.
Okay. Can I ask you a question I was actually going to ask you?
Oh.
No, I'm glad you answered that. I'm just giving you crap now. No, okay. I'm not letting you do that one. You don't get to do LA.
That's fine.
New York at Seattle.
New York Red Bulls
Yeah.
at Seattle. Seattle.
By a lance.
Yeah.
I'm not even asking that question a second time. Revs at Seattle.
Revs.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. I first of all, I would back the Revs in that no matter what. And the Revs have been playing really good soccer, really good football. They had the longest win streak in MLS this year. They had the longest losing streak in MLS this year. And then they brought in Jermaine Jones, and since then they've gotten back to what they've been doing.
It's a completely different team, too. It's funny when you hear other...
We weren't expecting them to go.
No, you hear a lot of other announcers like, oh, yeah, but when so-and-so played the Revs, and they're like, you can't compare that.
Two different teams.
I will say, the Revs also blew out Seattle this year, 5-0.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's been a year of
To be honest, I think the LA Revs game is going to be really close. I'm hoping it's a good scoring game, but if it's in LA with Landon Donovan, it's going to have the Landy effect.
And what's going to suck about that for the Revs, I want LA to win that, but what would suck for the Revs is the Revs would continue to be the Buffalo Bills of MLS.
Yes.
Because that would be their fifth cup that they go to and don't win.
Yeah.
And that will be the third cup that they go to against LA.
Yeah. All right. That does it for us here tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember to join us on Facebook at facebook.com/PasslyOffside, on Twitter at @Passley_off. Email us at PassleyOffside@gmail.com. Hit up our blog spot at PassleyOffside.blogspot.com. For the Passley Offside team, I am Stefan Fry. It's been a fun one. Have a great holiday. We will see you next week. Take care. I got a few more questions, all for Splenda.
Yay. Whoop, whoop. I know things.
Landon Donovan versus Landon Donovan.
Landon Donovan.
Stefan Fry versus Landon Donovan.
Landon Donovan.
Passley Offside versus Landon Donovan.
Passley Offside.
Yeah!
Steve Jobs versus Landon Donovan.
Oh, man. Landon Donovan.
Drew Carey versus Landon Donovan.
Landon Donovan.
Natalie versus Landon Donovan.
Ooh.
Navi Bear.
Navi Bear.
Navi Bear
That's
wins.
a good one.
Ziggy Smith versus Landon
That's the
Donovan.
one. Wait, a pie eating contest.
Wait.
No, Ziggy Schmidt loves cake, not pie. So Landon Donovan.
Good catch.
In a cake eating contest.
Clint Dempsey versus Landon Donovan in a hot dog eating contest.
Can it be a rap battle?
We're getting to there. Hot dog eating contest first.
Landon Donovan.
Hacky sack off.
Clint Dempsey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Skateboard competition.
Tony Hawk.
Rap battle.
Lil Wayne.
Steve Zakuani.
Sid versus Landon Donovan.
No.
Okay.
Geiger versus Landon Donovan.
Landon Donovan.
Don Garber.
Ooh.
Man. Landon Donovan, because obviously they love Landon Donovan.
The Undertaker versus Landon Donovan.
Ooh. Wait, this will work better. Me.
Oh,
I got one for you.
okay.
What's up?
Sepp Blatter
Mm-hmm.
versus Don Garber versus Landon Donovan versus Clint Dempsey. Tables, ladders, and chairs match.
Oh,
In a steel cage.
Hell in a Cell.
Hell in a
Wait,
cell.
guess who the ref is?
Mark Geiger.
Mankind.
Oh.
Jurgen Klinsmann.
Jurgen Klinsmann, special guest referee.
UEFA withdraws and it doesn't happen.
Oh. Today's sponsors for Passively Offside. Definitely not UEFA.
Okay. Anyone have any other questions for Splenda?
I think we're good.
Yeah, that was a...
We're not gonna. No.
No. John Cena versus Landon
John
Donovan.
Cena.
No.
You support the truth.
No, I actually have a good one.
All right.
Okay. John Cena versus Clint Dempsey rap battle.
Oh.
With Landon Donovan as the special guest judge.
Landon Donovan's beatboxing. Wait. Obafemi Martins is Clint Dempsey's hype man. All he does is and slap his hat.
I actually want a real answer on this one though.
Between John Cena and Clint Dempsey.
Rap battle.
I would say John Cena because it's not all raps about soccer.
I still think Steve Zakawani wins that one.
On a write-in.
John Cena's actually released albums.
I know.
Meh.
It's basic thugonomics, dude.
Well,
Yeah.
only Juggalos buy his albums.
Is that true?
I'm pretty sure.
Do they
I
sell,
have one.
do they sell
Family
John?
support?
Do they sell John Cena albums at the 7-Eleven?
Then yes.
Then
Juggalo.
yes, they do.
All the Juggalos listen to it.
Passively Offside, where Juggalos aren't welcome. Stephen Fry.
Landon Donovan versus his receding hairline.
Wayne Rooney wins. Wow.
One of the best jokes last night was I can't pull off a good Stephen Fry because my widow's peaks don't come back to here and then make a square and come back. They're bad, dude. Don't pull your hair back like that.
Well, that's why my hair is receding, but it
Uh,
was a great pod.
the MySpace guy versus Landon Donovan.
Tom?
Tom.
Oh, man. Tom.
Okay.
Tom was
'Cause
friends
he's
with
everybody's
everyone.
friends.
Yeah.
Becky versus Landon Donovan. Pecky Face versus Landon
Petky
Donovan.
Face versus Deuce Face.
Ooh, that is a good one that I'm actually going to
I
put
like
in.
that, yeah.
Split screen. Petky Face.
Yeah, Petky
Deuce
Face
Face.
versus Deuce Face.
I'd have to see Petky Face.
Did you not see
For
it in the
sure.
chat?
Have you not seen?
I
Petky
have-
Face is pretty creepy.
Oh, it is. It's a great.
It's kind of creepy.
You know what Petky Face
Like that
reminds
face.
You know what it reminds me of? Is Spider-Man.
The Spider-Man memes?
No, not the Spider-Man memes, but what's his face as Spider-Man?
Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire as
Oh.
Spider-Man.
All right, Pecky Face versus Deuce Face.
I like Deuce Face.
Okay. Pam from Archer versus Landon Donovan.
Cocaine Pam or Bear Claw Pam?
Ooh.
Both separate events.
Landon Donovan.
Really? I think Pam wins those.
I thought Cocaine Pam would win that one.
Cocaine Pam has to win.
Yeah.
Woodhouse versus Landon Donovan.
Heroin.
I'm sorry, I only had $200.
I shall fetch a rug.
All right.
All right,
Landon Donovan
Okay.
versus Water Fountain Landon Donovan versus Mullet Landon Donovan
Ooh.
versus in Cambodia on a away trip Landon Donovan.
No comment.
I think Water Fountain wins it.
Yeah.
Kyle Beckerman's hair versus Landon Donovan's hair.
Kyle Beckerman's hair.
Because
There's
they're
more
actually
of it.
hair.
Yeah, there's actually hair there.
It's just not fair.
Oh, man.
All right.
Okay.
I think we're done.